It's Saturday, not Sunday, and we're an hour late. I see you guys. What's up? What's up? Stop it, stop it. Matthew, what's poppin'? Johnny, what is poppin'? Pilot 2020 poppin'. Oh shit, sister has joined. Good night, morning. I don't know what to say. It's not a goodbye. We'll say with good morning. It is what episode is it? It is episode 11, guys. We missed last week, and then I had to do it today at 7 on Saturday, and I was an hour late, which is now it's 8 p.m. I'm sorry. Love your face. Let's go and get this started, and you know how it starts with the Fluffernutter. Let's do it. How have you guys been? I'm sorry that I'm an hour late today. Just losing track of time, kind of got stuck into studying, and time flew away. And then I realized I hadn't worked out, I hadn't eaten, and it was like 6:50, and I was in the middle of my dinner, and I was like, nope, not rushing this. I love you guys, but I want to eat it. And yes, my sister has arrived, and mom has arrived, so half of my viewers right now is family. To Chicago 2, what is poppin'? Welcome. Just waving at all you people. I didn't even clap myself in. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Need a plate. Got the original, the right stuff. The legal fluffed cocaine. I feel like the camera's wrong. Let's point you up a little bit here. Boom. You kind of like Johnny says that are not a priority. To an extent. I'm a little selfish in that aspect. I have a very nonchalant, careless perspective. I forgot the bread. Hold up. I love you guys, I do. But, numero uno, I need to make sure that I am in the right mental place because I can't even have a day off with this schedule that I have at Blue Line. So, I'm going to be happy. When I'm going to be happy, I want to enjoy my steak that I just cooked, and you're just going to take it. So, blah! Oh, and I'm switching it up, guys. Look at this. It's not just Jif today. It's crunchy. It's crunchy Jif. I'm so pumped about that. Kind of switched to it because I want to mix it up a little bit. Putting more peanuts in my peanut butter. It's really going nuts here. It's a crazy day. It's a crazy Saturday. Here at Fluffernutter Live. So how have you guys been? Were you guys mad that I didn't have a Fluffernutter Live last week? I did what I could. I answered questions. Gave you guys a chance to ask me questions. Most of them obviously clearly related to flight school. So, let's see. I never do this. I'm actually looking forward to this because I always get a sweet tooth after dinner, and I'm about to murder this with some fluff. Some fluff. And you guys don't talk much. Oh, this is weird. I'm doing it backwards. I normally put it on the peanut butter. This is some quality content right now. Whew, I promise we're going to be talking about a couple things today. Talking about coronavirus and its effect on the airline industry and what I'm seeing from flight school's perspective. I almost put fluff in my face and a knife. I think the knife would probably be a worse thing in my face. Going to talk about my first solo, how that went, how I'm still here, unless this is like a recording that you guys don't even know. And what else was I going to talk about? I have it written because I care. I do care about you guys to a point where I have it somewhat structured. I'll talk about that in a second. Something I'm really excited about. It's happening this Sunday at 10 p.m. And it hasn't happened forever, and it's what inspired this show. Oh, I can't wait to tell you about that. Not that most of you won't care, but still going to tell you. And then I'll let you know about SpaceX launches because that's all kind of crazy. Oh, and how last week was pretty dark for me. It was filled with anxiety and physical pain, and I am going to explain how that went. Bobby, you have joined. Crispy Clean Auto Spa is here. It's okay, guys. We can go ahead and start this party. We're all set. We got Johnny, we got Mom, we got Sister, we got Bobby. And Bobby's now saying Merry Christmas. Got the sandwich ready. Oh no, getting a little messy here. There you go. Check. You guys want to verify? That's all set. Squish it in a little bit more. Yeah? Strunky, welcome. You are number 6 to have joined. God, I can't handle. Oh, sorry, I just spit. Can't handle all this fame, you guys. All this following that I get. People at Blue Line that will come and tour the facility, they'll talk to me and act like they'll call me a YouTuber. And I'm like, I have like just over 100 subscribers. I don't know if I classify as YouTube. I can't even monetize my channel. That's how low on the totem pole I am. So I don't think I'm a YouTuber. I'm just a dude that posts videos to YouTube. So I don't know. Do you guys have coronavirus? I do eat this with a drink. I have my water. And actually, that's what Johnny does on this show all the time. He'll always remind me to drink my water because I tend to forget. And you can actually see it. That I'll continually talk. My throat gets drier. And I forget how to talk. And it's so bad. See? It's telling me right now. And actually, I do need some. Craig! What is poppin', man? Do you still do wheelies? I saw Bobby was doing wheelies on your bike. That's a little, that's very trusting of you to put such a tall man on such a short bike. That could have ended up pretty bad. Okay. So let me explain to you what happened last week about how it got really dark for me. Okay, and I swear this isn't a somber story. It's actually kind of interesting the way it went, right? Okay. Last week, I had a flight on Monday, right? I had to fly up, got on the plane, and this isn't my solo or anything like that. We went to go fly. About an hour into the flight, I had to pee. Now, let me explain to you why that's a problem mid-flight. It's not like a car, right? You can't just pull over to the side and pee on a tree or something like that. Can't do that in the air. So, what you have to end up doing is you have to end up choosing an airport you want to go to and then land there, pee, get back in the plane, go back to the spot. That can take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Now, at Blue Line, if you look at the big picture cost of everything, right? It's around $300 and some an hour that I'm paying every time I'm flying, right? It's expensive. So if you think about that, if I'm borderline like 20, 30 minutes, I mean that's $100 plus pee break that I'm having to take every time, right? So what am I going to do to solve this problem? Let me tell you, I'm going to dehydrate myself. So that's what I did for the next flight. I drank everything the night before, but when I woke up that morning, right? So I crashed around like 11 p.m. and then I woke up, I think at like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning for an 8 a.m. flight. And so I hadn't drank water for at least 8 to 9 hours, right? So get in the plane, hour in, have to pee. What? So now I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what is going on with me? So I'm like, all right, now I'm going to really dehydrate myself, right? So I stopped drinking water around I think like 6 or 7 p.m. the day before, and I didn't have a flight until like 10 in the morning. So like really dehydrated, right? And not dehydrated to the point where I'm like feeling the effects of dehydration. I was fine. It was just my body's not used to it, I guess you would say. So next flight happens. Get on the plane, hour in, have to pee, and I'm at this point. I was so angry, right? And I'm just like, no, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. And I was like, well, I'm going to continue to try. So I continued to try to dehydrate myself. Now, here's where it got dark, okay? Next flight happens. Same concept. Haven't hydrated in about 12 hours or so. So what ends up happening, and actually I'm going to answer because you guys are bringing up options, and I'll explain why none of those work. So I ended up getting on the flight, and this flight, this is actually prior to the flight. So I get there, I'm doing the pre-flight at this point. I'm prepping to go fly. I am experiencing anxiety at levels I'd never experienced before. I'm talking like I woke up that morning and was in my room and was like just in shorts. It was just below freezing that night. And I ended up I was just claustrophobic. I was like, this is crazy. I didn't know what I was feeling. And I literally, just in shorts, went outside. I literally just had to get out of the house as soon as I could. Went outside, and it felt better to be in shorts in below freezing weather than to be inside the house with the anxiety that I was experiencing. This is weird for me, right? I've never experienced this shit before. Why is this happening to me? So, what I ended up doing is I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm doing all the different things they tell you to do, right? Do yoga, meditate, all these things. Nothing's working. Went for a walk. Nothing's working. And I'm like, oh my God. I get to the flight. There's this piece of paper you have to fill out for every flight that you're going to do. It essentially like makes sure the aircraft is balanced properly so it doesn't fall out of the sky. And as well, there's on the backside, it's about the readiness of the pilot, and it's called an I'm safe checklist. You make sure, like, are you ill? Are you on a medication that'll hinder your flight? Are you drunk? Are you fatigued? Are you stressed? And I didn't check the stress box. And this is where it got interesting because it was one of those things where I was genuinely trying to tell my instructor that I was like, no, I don't want to fly. And when I explained to him what I was going through, because he didn't understand what was going wrong with me, and I explained it to him that I was like, dude, I don't know. And he thought I was being anxious because maybe I felt like I wasn't doing well, right? Which I'm always beating myself about not doing better than I should kind of thing. But I was like, that's not it, dude. I'm telling you, something else is wrong with me. I was like, I don't know what it is. I was like, but I am just constantly like borderline hyperventilating. It was crazy. And he's like, well, let's do this. Let's get in the plane. And I'm there. I'm at the controls. And if you just can't handle it, I will take control. We went on that flight and it was fine. Didn't have to pee. I was fine. It was mediocrely calm, I guess you would say. Still feeling anxiety. And I got home that night and I was like, I have to figure out what this is. And I'm on Nexium, right? Because I have heartburn. So I was like, maybe it's Nexium because medicine changes. Like when you go up in the sky, right, with any kind of on any kind of medicine, it changes when you go up there. The side effects can be profoundly different. So I looked up Nexium. Nope, not it. There's no indication that Nexium could be causing this problem. And then it just happened to come across it that there is a hard connection between dehydration and anxiety. And it's the perfect, I don't know how I didn't think of it. It's literally this concept. Literally when I started dehydrating myself is the exact same time I started experiencing this abnormal anxiety that I couldn't connect to anything. And I was like, oh my God, that was it. So I was like, screw it, not doing this again. I would rather have to pee mid-flight. I'd rather have to pay for a $100 pee break than have to go through all that anxiety again. So I did, start hydrating, and everything was fine. And like, what was really interesting is that I didn't have to pee for a couple flights. So I think what was causing me to have to pee the previous flights was that I was like feeling stress from just random things, studying the whole deal. Oh man, it was nuts. It was crazy. And I'm so glad I did it. And at this point, and this is what's so cool. I love what Blue Line's going to do with this scenario. Is it's abnormal. I even asked my instructor, I was like, hey, is this normal? Have you experienced, anybody have to pee this much in the middle of a flight, even when dehydrated? And he's like, nah, I don't think I've ever experienced this before. But he's working with me. So we're going to essentially when we fly, we're going to go to the airport that we normally go to, land. I'm going to go pee really quick as fast as I can, get back on the plane, let's get back up and running. So it's going to work out for me. And that's kind of cool that Blue Line's adapting accordingly, doing what they can to save me money and still fit in my training at the same time. But actually, since then, it's been fine, especially the solo, I was fine too. So that was the story of what I did last week. I know some of you missed it. You're going to probably have to go back on it and see it when I uploaded to Facebook and YouTube what happened. But I essentially dehydrated myself to a point of anxiety of almost no return. I almost thought about quitting. I literally thought about just screw this whole pilot thing because I thought it may have been the pilot thing and I couldn't handle it. But it wasn't that. So don't dehydrate yourself. That's what we learned today, okay? Okay, love your faces. I'm looking out for all you guys. So, all right, you guys gave options to what I could have done. Ryan, you said I could wear a diaper. I was no shit looking into catheters, but there's a problem with catheters, is that most of them are gravity-based, and the way that the seats are set up, I would just end up just leaking all over myself. This is a great conversation. And then there's the whole diaper concept. There's the thing that fighter pilots use, and it's like a thing, I forget what it's called, I forget its name, but you can just pee into it, and it's like a bag that will just put your stuff in, just pee, that's a thing. And then Craig, you bring up a bottle. So, I could have eaten my sandwich. So, no, here's the problem with, in a DA-20, in a small airplane, there's no way that I could pee in a bottle without my instructor being able to fly. He would have to look away from where he's flying to be able to not see me do my business. And I'm not doing that. It's not worth it. I'd rather pay to have a pee break than do that. Not happening. And I don't get how a clothespin would work. Oh, no. That's not the problem. It's just, it was painful. That's not going to solve my problem. I mean, we're talking every time I experience having to pee, we're doing maneuvers where we're okay, we're at 3,000 feet. Cool. Engine cut off. And now we're feeling the G's. Or Engine's on fire. Cool. Emergency descent. Bank 45. Aim downwards. Like, you're just feeling G's. And when you have to pee, oh my God, it hurts so bad. So, clothespin's not going to help me there. So, that was that chaos that I was dealing with. Do any of you guys have coronavirus? I'm segueing now into the next subject. And have any of you guys picked it up? No? No one's cool here? No one's unique? Right? Yeah, I could just say no homo. I just didn't want to put him in that position. I like my instructor. Okay. Coronavirus has been really weird because, for any of you guys that don't know, all the coronavirus cases that have occurred have come through Raleigh International Airport. So I'm at the gateway of coronavirus for North Carolina. At my school, a lot of things are like closing down, the shelves are emptying out, that whole deal. But it's definitely one of those things where, like, my school's not really doing anything because our contact is pretty minimal. Even though we're at the airport, we're like a section. We're like in the general aviation area. We're not like where people are walking through and whatnot. Stacy, what's up? I just realized that you're here. I think I remember seeing you, and I was just in the midst of talking. Welcome. So yeah, I went that route. Oh yeah, with school. So school literally just posted something today about how they're just keeping normal operations. Nothing's really changing. So that's a thing. But in the airline side, it's interesting because Delta, American, and United, they're freezing hiring across the board. They're not hiring right now. So all these students that have graduated flight school, accrued their hours, and now they're ready to transition, can't. It's frozen. Even to the regionals. Some of the regionals are even freezing right now, and they're not hiring. And I've had people ask me, like, how is this affecting people like me who's in school? It's not. Because the thing is I'm in school. I won't see airlines for at least another year and a half, at least. So, even if we went through, like, an economic shift, like, of some sort, like, I still have time. It would have to happen now. But I would still have time to be able to go to the airlines after all this gets, like, fixed and whatnot. So, not really affecting me that much. It does affect people like my instructor, probably, who is literally he leaves for the airlines the day that I graduate. So I'm like, it's me and Matt are his last students. And then he goes to Republic, who is one of the people that are doing the hiring freeze right now. So that's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. Why can't you use a regular Depends diaper? Because you can smell urine. And that's not something, when you're in a plane in a canopy that's maybe the size of this desk, right? No, not happening. And I'm not going to sit in that. That's disgusting. Not happening. There's got to be a better way to go about this. So, what else is there? And Raleigh doesn't seem that different. Like, planes don't seem to be lesser. I'm sure it's there. But, like, when I'm on comms talking to Tower, it sounds just as busy as it ever has been. So, but it has to be affecting because Delta's literally cutting 40% of their flights. They're parking 300 of their aircraft. That's nuts, man. All because people are freaking out about a virus that literally affects borderline almost nobody except those that are old or already ill in some way, shape, or form. So, it's just crazy, man. So, I was going to talk to you. What do you guys have anything? Let's see. I've heard otherwise. Alan, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Not on here, just period. And physically, I have not seen you in a while. Shower, it's not permanent. Shower what? Oh, I see what you're saying. No, not doing it. I've heard otherwise. What I've heard is Delta is really the only one cutting down right now. But American and United will most likely slow hiring soon as well. No, because I think American and United had already done their freezing. I would have swore I saw an article about that. That United was the first one to do it. And then people in the pilot groups were posting about how, like, they were getting phone calls because they had posted their application. They've got phone calls and that their interviews are being canceled. So I think it's already in full effect for them. Put the clothespin on instructor's nose when you pee. Wow, this is working really well. You guys have amazing, like, ideas to how to solve my problem. No. Oh, man. So I soloed for the first time this week, which means me and the instructor left Raleigh, went to Johnson Regional, which is a smaller airport, parked, he got out, and I left. Just was like, deuces. That was nuts. And actually, I posted a video of it. That video is not of my first takeoff and landing. That footage is for the future when I edit videos. That video footage was my second solo that I did. So, but at this point, I'm good. I can now at this point fly by myself. The only times that the instructors will be flying with me now is to be teaching me teaching me stuff. So at some point, I'll get into like even the commercial phase, and they're going to be like, "Hey, get in a plane, choose what airport you want to go to, do a flight plan, go fly. You need to rack up hours to be able to get your commercial license." So that's the thing. If I got pregnant, could I still fly? It's not recommended to fly when you're pregnant. So you can do whatever you want. It's America. You're free to do whatever you want. But you shouldn't fly when you're pregnant, Bobby. Especially my aircraft, you wouldn't be able to fit anything. What flight level am I flying at? I forgot I have questions to answer too. But what flight level are you flying at? Anywhere between 3,000 and the highest I've been is 7,000. That's because we're practicing like stalls and stuff like that. So we just kept going up, stall, going up, stall, going up, stall. Like this shit's crazy. So, but flying by myself, it's a whole different experience. Like flying with instructors, like I've been okay. Like it's been cool to fly. But getting in the plane by yourself and being able to just go, and like the whole idea was, my first solo was I got in the plane, had to take off, get in the traffic pattern, like calling everywhere I'm at, land, do that 3 times. The second solo, I had to leave the airport, fly to our maneuver area that we go to, and then do a maneuver and then come back. And by maneuver, no, I don't mean inverted, nor do I mean barrel rolls. I couldn't do that yet. Sorry, guys. I don't even know if I feel comfortable doing it, because it's not as simple as it seems. You would think that just like turning the stick to the right, you'd be able to barrel roll. It's not that simple. It's crazy. I did power off stalls at 2,500 a day. What? Dude. Blue Line's policy is you have to be above at least 3,200 feet before you can do power off stalls. Anybody watching that cares what a power off stall is, the intention is to imitate a stall during landing, which happens. It happens all the time. And a stall is essentially where in an aircraft, it's not like an engine stall where the engine sputters. A stall in an aircraft means that the wings don't have lift anymore, and the plane literally just drops out of the sky. And there's like ways to recover from it and everything. So one of those things that we study is a power off stall. And it's where you land, or like you reduce your speed like drastically. You're really high up. And then you point your nose up and you just keep going. And then you hear the stall horn will start going off, and then the wings just start to vibrate. And then from there, you're supposed to go power on, point down, like the whole deal to go into full recovery. It's actually one of my weaknesses. I was actually having a hard time doing it. Seems easy, but I was overcorrecting on a lot of things. So, a lot of precision in stall recovery. But, Clement Guacho, welcome, man. You're a little late, but no big deal. No one cares, right? Whatever. Fuck me. I cuss. I shouldn't cuss. Okay. So yeah, my first solo was amazing. It was really enjoyable. It was really cool just being in the plane by myself. So, we'll see how that goes. I forgot it flaps up and crap. No, I just briefed it. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, you guys have questions. Buzz the tower yet? No. Because the only tower that I have the ability to buzz is Raleigh Airspace. So when Maverick buzzes a tower, well, he buzzed 2 towers. He buzzed the aircraft carrier tower, and he also buzzed the tower that was at the Top Gun area, which I forget where that's at. But that's actually kind of dangerous, because you can hear the dude, he says, no, you can't buzz the tower because the pattern is full. What that means is there's a shit ton of aircraft in the air trying to land, and Maverick was still just like, nah, I'm good. Still buzz the tower, cutting through traffic and everything. It's kind of crazy how that works. But no, I couldn't buzz the tower. And I don't even know if my plane would buzz a tower. It's not a powerful plane. It has like 125 horsepower. It's nothing crazy. So, this is how I quarantine myself in these trying times. Oh, because you're camping? You can still get corona out there. Let's see, did you take the written? Yep, got an 83 on it. Wish I would have done better, but, whatever. Passed. All good. Let me get to some of your questions really quick. Johnny, what was going through your head right before landing on your solos? Are my flaps down? Am I cruising at 65? Am I pitching to aim? Those are the things I was thinking about. Like, it's so weird. I can't explain it, guys. Maybe it's different for other people, but the flying aspect of the aviation industry is not really the hard part per se. Like, to me, it all just kind of makes it's not like driving a car, but it's the same comfort. Like, you don't think, like, when you're turning around a corner with a car, like, you don't think, like, I don't know, the complexity of what's going on to make that turn happen. It's the same thing in the plane world when you're landing and taking off. Like, there's a bunch of things that you're doing to make sure that it still happens, but it's just not the same. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's easy. I just, when I'm taking off and landing, I'm not stressed out about it. What I get stressed out about in flight is all the other shit, where you have to maintain certain altitudes, or you have to be following a specific process as you're entering your landing configuration. Like, there's all these little things that you have to continually keep in mind to make sure that the landing and takeoff actually happen. Fine. But the actual landing and takeoff itself, not the big deal. So, how many barrels did you perform during your first solo? Absolutely none. I did steep turns, which is where you bank 45 and you have to, like, maintain a certain speed the whole way through. Because I can't maintain my altitude when I do those. And you're supposed to, and I'm not doing very well. Well, I am. I'm not doing bad. I'm actually where I'm supposed to be. Let's see. Spam, not spam. Have you ever been on TV? You should be. I have been on TV. We were giving away a Skyline to a veteran whose house just got rebuilt. And it was when I was my RIVSU days. If you deep dive my YouTube channel and you go way back to like my old vlogs, I used to vlog when I worked for RIVSU. And RIVSU was a company that imported Japanese classic vehicles, which included Skylines, Supras, RX-7s, Hakasukas, the whole deal. Very interesting time in my life. I should drink water now. That sounds like a good idea. The tower would buzz at Diamond 20. Yeah. Dude, Diamond 20s are so funny. They're just, it's a baby plane. It's a little baby plane. Do you have any tips for the written? Kings did a pretty good job. Just understand it. Like, it's pushed a lot to make sure that you just understand the answers to the questions. You don't have to fully understand what they're talking about. Because what they teach in Kings for the written is not the same as what you learn in flight school. Like, actual ground lessons and actual flight. They're a little different. But I took the time to actually, look at the question and actually understand why the answer's a thing, and it was perfect. I actually did pretty well for my first time, so. Oh yeah, drinking water. That's the thing I'm supposed to do. Michaela has joined us! Sorry to dehydrate. You're dehydrating me, Michaela. Let's see. Why can't you post videos until after graduation? Because I just don't have the time. I love your face, but I just can't. I want to share it to you, and I really wanted to share that footage, so I literally just threw it in Premiere, the video of me taking off and landing, like that brief teaser. I just want to show you guys something, because it took 5 minutes to make. But I just can't edit videos right now. I literally just don't have the time. Even after this ends, I gave this enough time between now and till 9 p.m. to be able to download this, put it in Premiere, edit it properly, upload to Facebook and YouTube, and go right back to studying until midnight tonight, until I fly tomorrow morning. So, that's a thing. Michaela. So, I promise, if I find time to post the videos, I'm going to do what I can. I'll try to post them. But for right now, I can't. I want to, though. How many hours were you at when you did your first solo? About 25 hours. I don't know if that's normal or not. I've never looked into that. Michaela, I missed your face. Michaela! Oh, man. Is coronavirus affecting your school? No. Once again, anybody that's new that's come on here, for all coronavirus cases that have occurred in North Carolina, Raleigh-Durham International Airport is the gateway of all coronavirus situations. And I'm there. I'm at that airport. It's where I'm practicing and stuff. But I'm not getting coronavirus. I could have it because I'm young and healthy. and I'm just carrying it for all your lovely faces to get. Well, we'll never know. But no, as of right now, my school's not making any big moves because of it. Do you think you'll be able to watch a SpaceX launch in person this year? I hope so. Actually, not even SpaceX related. The one I really hope I don't miss, and it's July 17th, as of right now, is the Mars 2020 launch. And we're launching a new rover, and I want to see it. It's not a SpaceX launch, though. It's a Delta 5 launch, which is, it's out. That's an Atlas thing. Or actually, I think I'm mixing that up now. I don't remember. But I want to see that, and that's July 17th. And I'm supposed to graduate the beginning of July, but the owner of Blue Line said he's going to try to graduate me before the end of June. So we'll see. Because my original intention, freaking Top Gun, was supposed to come out June 26th, but they came out and announced that they're going to come out June 24th, 2 days earlier, and I was trying to graduate before Top Gun came out. And now, it's like to make it harder, and it just, it's so dumb. What's the next question? That upset me. How was your first solo? Congrats, by the way. Were you not here? I just talked about that. It was great. It was really cool. I really do. It's just a whole different experience. It's the more preferable experience. It's cool being with an instructor and him telling me where I could perfect myself a little bit better here and there. And my instructor says I'm actually ahead of the game right now, which is great to hear. And we're actually ahead of schedule, however that works. Because with Blue Line, you would be like, how could a 5.5-month school, which is normally 9 months long, how could it be ahead of schedule? But it's supposedly just by like a couple days. So if I can keep it up. And I believe that was the last question. It was, what did you guys say? What were your main deterrents from ATP Tampa? ATP. I wanted, the biggest enticing factor about ATP Tampa was Tampa. I've always wanted to move there. That's where I've wanted to live. And it just became a thing where it was really hard to convince myself not to go to ATP Tampa. But it wasn't because of ATP. It was literally just because. And once again, ATP is not a shit school. ATP is a good flight school. They're really good at what they do. I come back to it. I'm like a broken record on this. I just think Blue Line's better, and it's cheaper, and you get done sooner than everybody else. And I prefer that. And it's a more intimate environment that you connected more with the staff and management. And believe me, I can't think of how, but I've noticed it since I've been here. It's been beneficial to have direct access to the CEO, the COO, to literally any higher management staff instantly whenever I need to. North Carolina's not that bad even weather-wise. For a Florida boy, it's like, it's not Florida, but it's also not Ohio, which Matt's gonna be mad that I'm saying that. But it's fine. It's actually been decent here, especially lately. It's been kind of nice. So, and luckily, I upgraded to the DA-40, the 4-seat aircraft, the bigger one, and that has air conditioning because the DA-20 doesn't. It has vents that you can open and the air can come in, and that's how we stay. Like even on days that it's like 40 degrees outside, like we'll sometimes still have those vents open up there. So during the summer, I'm so glad I'm upgrading to the aircraft that will have air conditioning. Anybody that's flying this, watching this, by the way, that intends to go to Blue Line is doing what they can to get rid of all their 20s and replacing all of them with 40s. So that's a thing. So DA-20s may not even be a thing in the future for Blue Line. Do you fly Cessna or Blue Line must love you? I don't know. They treat me, I'm happy for this. They treat me like every other student, besides the videos I posted. Although, supposedly the recruiting team is sharing my video with everybody. So this is so cool. Anybody of you guys that watch this and are going to tour Blue Line, I absolutely love all you people that are coming to tour Blue Line and you're asking for me. That's really cool. Like I rarely get to meet the people on the back end of my videos. And it's really cool to be able to meet you and see like who my viewers are. So if you come to Blue Line, that's what people have been doing so far. They've literally been going to Blue Line, scheduling the tour. They get there and they ask where I'm at, and they find me, and I get to talk to them, which is really cool. And I appreciate that stuff. So as always, love your faces. Do you fly a Cessna yet? I will not fly a Cessna until my CFI class, and I only fly it for like a couple hours. But outside of that, I'm in diamonds the whole way through. So, last thing I'm going to tell you guys is when the next SpaceX launch is, and then I got to wrap this up. I got to wrap it up, okay? Okay, love your face. You want to say anything? I haven't eaten much of this. Dude, it's getting messy over here, guys. Alright. for all my Florida peeps, there is a launch happening tomorrow. At 9:22 a.m. It's our Starlink launch. You may not be able. I don't remember what the weather's like in Florida for this, but yep, 9:22 a.m. SpaceX is launching from Slick 40 at Kennedy Space Center. So you'll be able to watch it from the house and enjoy the wondrous thing of a 15-story tall metal pipe just launching into space and coming back. And I think, where does it land? Nope, it's going to land on the ship, so you won't even see it land. So that's the thing. Hey, look at that. Bobby's even posting the time. So, I envy you guys. I miss rocket launches. It's something I don't get to see here. The only rocket place that's near here is Virginia, and they never launch anything. So, that's lame. But, let me get the timer started, guys. I love your face. If you have anything to say, you have just a little bit over 2 minutes to say something. Because I'm starting the timer. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Set that up. Get that straightened up. Boom. But I love your faces, guys. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Okay. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say, you guys. I don't remember. You guys, I'm a fifth of the way done. I graduate, like, in 4.5 months. That's crazy. And then I gotta decide what I want to do. If I want to instruct for Blue Line. Oh, by the way, fucking Bobby, Craig, anybody. There's a chance that I might be moving back to Florida this year. I don't know, though. It's so up in the air. I don't know. Because once I get my ratings, I get to be able to instruct where I want to. And there's a sighting that really wants to instruct for Blue Line. And assuming that they would take me. So, that's an option. That might happen. Oh, you guys, it's about to happen. 52 to 51. Fucking love the song. So, I know, it's crazy. Dude. And Michaela, I know, like, it's gone by so fast. The fact that I'm soloing by myself right now is nuts. Like, I just talked to my dad last night, and he was like, wait, you're already flying by yourself? Day one, I didn't get to see my instructor fly. I literally got on the plane, he's like, you're taking off today. What? Oh, that was nuts, man. But, I love your faces, guys. I'll be back next week, hopefully. We'll see. Schedule's kind of crazy. Love you too, Courtney. When we change the song? Never. Until they say that I'm not allowed to continually license the song. Which I do every time. But I love your faces, guys. Michaela, Bobby, Craig, Johnny, Courtney, Mom. Love your faces. Okay? See you next week. Saturday. Most likely, 7 p.m.